Hi Arsalan. All right, guys. So when we met last time, we were covering the business environment domain from the PMP exam. Just a recall for the last lecture, we were discussing about two important factors which impact the projects. And when we do projects, we are impacted by organizational internal environment as well as the external environment where we do the projects. So, imagine a company where you work. It has very well defined processes. It has state of the art tools and skilled resources. And the environment it operates is friendly. Marketplace conditions are friendly. Regulations are friendly. So it means that ideal scenario for your project activities. So you won't be having any limitation internally or externally, notable limitation for your project and project activities. Now, on the other side, if you are in a situation where you do not have internal resources needed for your project activities, you do not have internal resources, skill set, you do not have the tools available, or your internal organization structure is not taking care of your resources, your values are not friendly for the employees that they work. So you will start to see that your project activities are getting impacted, right? When there is no helping hand from the top management, you don't see things moving forward because there are no processes. Then you will be getting impacted, and your project definitely your project will be getting impacted, and you won't be able to finish this kind of project in this kind of environment very easily in all the objectives because you are getting impacted internally and externally. So by external factors, we mean that marketplace condition, let's say geo-economic condition, you might be working in a war zone, you might be working in a uh, highly sensitive political environment where there are a lot of strikes day in, day out, and then you won't be able to find the resources which are required for the project activities. So we might have externally political influences, environmental influences, regulatory influences, regulatory factors are the internal enterprise environmental factors and external enterprise environmental factors. And second thing which we discussed was the organizational process assets. So for each organization that we work, they have some documented process policies and procedures. So let's say our health and safety standards that we need to follow, our hiring, firing procedures, policies that we need to follow. Um, these are part of the organizational process assets. And apart from organizational process policies and procedures, the OPA also includes the knowledge base. So over the period of time, organizations collect the knowledge and they document it in the form of project files, in the form of risk registers, the previous project artifacts, everything we keep it safe. The project not end as a new project manager in an organization where, let's say you walked in as a new project manager in an organization, where should you look at? You should look at the historical information that is found in the organizational knowledge base. So these are the two important factors from the PMP exam. Okay, now this is your test. What are the enterprise environmental factors out of the following, and what are the organizational process assets? out of the following. So you need to classify the given 5 or 6 factors into 2 categories. Either these are EEFs or these are OPAs. So who want to do it? Economic demand for a new shopping center. Is it enterprise environmental factor or organizational process asset? Yes, Abil.
So I'm still trying
Alvaro,
to understand. I'm
you're
still
still
trying to
trying to
understand.
understand. Okay. Ask the questions, no worries.
It's like I came late and I'm
No
still trying
problem.
to.
We just started. We just started with the lesson that we left over in the last class, and we were talking primarily about 2 things: enterprise environmental factors and organizational process assets. Each of them are 2 types. Enterprise environmental factors are internal factors which may have influence on your project, and external factors which may have influence on your project. Similarly, organizational process assets are of 2 types. One is process policies and procedures. Second is knowledge base. So we are saying these are the factors which influence your project and project activities. So now your test is, out of the following given options, what do you classify as enterprise environmental factor and what do you classify as organizational process asset? Arsalan, try.
Yes, sir.
So economic demand for a new shopping area, for is
Uh,
it, let's talk about enterprise environmental factor. Is it something which is um, kind of an internal environmental factor that your company is it
it's an
related to your
external.
internal? It's external, correct? Now, there is a marketplace condition where there is an opportunity. So, very right. So, this is an external marketplace condition, or maybe an opportunity in the market that there is a demand for a shopping center, correct? Historical society building regulation. Historical society building regulations. So, is it is it something enterprise environmental factor or is it something organizational process assets?
I guess it's OPI.
Yeah. And
OPA.
yeah, true. In OPAs, we have processes, policies, and procedures. True. Okay. Now, what about local neighborhood demand for a better town center? Again,
External.
external. True. Archives of past large infrastructure project.
Internal.
External.
So these are the archives of the project files which have been done in the past for the large infrastructure projects. So we said that apart from the process policies and procedures, the OPA also includes knowledge base in which we have our engineering estimates, resource estimates, past projects, files, risk registers, lessons learned, documentation, everything is available within the knowledge base. And this comes under, the archives comes under knowledge base. True?
True.
Yes.
Okay. Now, approved vendors and contractors, their list.
Internal. OPA.
Uh, if you ask me, your procedures for onboarding, and documented processes, who you need to work with from the suppliers, contractors, where, so it's a contractors list, right? So it must be there in the OPAs. I understand you are considering it in terms of the internal capability for your organization, but it's just the list of those vendors, right? It's not the actual resources on board, right? It's just a list of those vendors which you can contract with, and that's a guideline. It should be there in the OPA, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tenant selection process. Any
OPA.
OPA? Yeah, true. I hope you guys understood it. We covered in the last section, we covered how projects are related to organizational strategy. And believe me, guys, a strategic project manager always has a duty to connect his organizational, the projects that he do or she do with the organizational strategy. So they understand it first, and then they make their team understand it. So this is very important skill that we learned in the previous classes. Uh, we also been through various factors that influence your projects, such as enterprise environmental factors, both internal and external. And we also discussed how your projects align with the broader organizational strategy as well as through a portfolio. How does your projects align with the industry? For example, your portfolio manager has chartered projects and programs thinking about what's happening across in the other companies, benchmarking other companies. So the projects that you are involved in are the latest projects or the products that we want to launch because we want to compete in the market. All right, now let's move on to our section C, and it's an important section as well to understand from the exam point of view as well as from the understanding point of view. So why do we do projects? We do projects to add the business value for the organization that we work. Now, what is the concept of business value? It is different for each organization, but generally, the standard definition, it goes like the sum of quantifiable and non-quantifiable assets of the organization is called as business value. We can say sum of tangible and intangible assets of the organization. So let's talk about tangible assets. Tangible assets mean like your revenue of this organization, your IPTIDA margin, your gross profit, the money that goes to the shareholders, right? Your share value. Any financial statistics or variable that gives you some sense of the assets of the organization, like how big this organization is. It's $1 million company or $1 billion company, right? These are the tangible which you can count. Now, if it is a telecom service provider, you can say we have like 1 million fiber connections across this country, or we have 1 million mobile subscribers. So all of this is quantifiable, tangible business values, right? Now, what are the intangible assets of the organization? Like face value, like customer value. How does market or how does customers perceive you? They think that your customers are happy, they consider you a good brand, like what kind of brand you are, right? What's your brand image? It's not quantifiable, right? People have some subjective uh, ratings, right? I always eat Domino's or I always eat XY brand of pizza because I like it, right? So your market, your perception in the market is your asset, that how your goodwill, your customer goodwill, like how good you are considered in the market, right? That's also your asset. And yeah, so that is non-tangible, non-quantifiable, but still your customer happiness, these things count under your business value. All what we do is to enhance these two things. Either we'll make more money or we will make more name. We will make more name by doing some projects, or we will make more money for our shareholders. Like either we will add to organizational bottom line, which is the financial, we will make new projects which will sell and company will make more money. Their gross profit will increase or their more revenue will increase, or we will improve customer service. Like the way we were serving our customers. Let's say we are into pizza delivery business and we were delivering our pizza on average mean time 30 minutes, and now we improve the process through a project. So we are delivering it in 15 minutes. It means that our customer will be delivered, like service will be delivered to the customer fast, and customer will be able to eat hot pizza when it is hot. So they will be happy. So what did we do? We did a project to improve a process, and that process helped the organization to bring together the ingredients for the pizza quickly, source it, so that, right? Got it?
Got it. I have one question.
Yes.
Uh, Means that at one time we can only can we just run these two things, tangible and non-tangible, perpendicular, or it will be a difficult job. Just like to add a value in our organization.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are saying access and increase the knowledge base. Yeah. I mean, like this. You are saying you do a project which
Yes,
increases the dollar value of a company. At the
yes.
same time, it makes the customers happy.
But I think it's very difficult task.
No, it all depends on what kind of project that you do. For
Mm.
example, um, for example, you have a project which is yeah, let's say you focused here. For example, you focused only to serve your customer quicker. Okay. So let's say customer is happy before you are delivering the pizza in 30 minutes. Now you are delivering pizza in 15 minutes. Let's say, what will happen? What will happen? More customers will be happy, more customers will be coming to you, and more sale will happen. Then what will happen? The revenue will go up, right?
Right.
So
But
so
yes,
the improvement that you will make, the effort that you will make to reduce the time from 30 to 15 will overall have an impact indirectly. You will improve customer satisfaction, which means that more customers will come to you or you will retain your customers. Secondly, if you are making fast, it means that number of pizzas you make in a day will be more, so you are selling more or making more at least and selling more. So it means that your revenue will also increase.
yes. But if we see on the other hand, I am just comparing these two things with my current job, so that's why I have
No problem,
some
ask
questions
questions.
regarding that. Just like we have a service department,
Hmm.
we are giving services to our customer, just like uh, As you know, I am working in the car maintenance company just like that. So sometimes the customers are not satisfied. Just like the delay is not our from our side, it's from parts
Mm-hmm.
department, but the customer is not satisfied. So what we will do in that case is that we will just increase the employees, or what we will do in that
Oh,
case.
this is an excellent case study, what we can do. Listen, this is a good question. So we need supply chain enhancement project. Okay, the problem is that he just mentioned is that there is a spare part which need to be ordered. Now, his workshop received a vehicle which is under insurance and which is damaged, and now this vehicle has to be fixed, and this vehicle has to be the customer has to be, informed that your vehicle is ready, and then you take it and go. That's what customer wants, right? He break the car and he says that my insurance should fix it quickly, right?
Right, sir.
Now, the limitation here is sometime insurance company will take for approval of this claim and this and that, but the limitation here is that actually any car can break. And any car can break mean that not always we will have the spare parts readily available in house.
Yes, sir. Right. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Common available cars, you always have the spare parts, right? Toyota, Yaris,
Right, sir.
like this, Corolla. But let's say Lamborghini or Ferrari, or I don't know Ferrari, Lamborghini, but maybe Audi, maybe any other car which is not regular or common car, then you need to order those, and that will take time. So maybe you
Right
do a
time. Yes,
project,
sir.
your organization
Yes.
does a project that
Yes.
they want to enhance the supply chain, for which they need to onboard more and more spare part partners. So the objective is that we need to onboard contract, subcontract, spare part partners.
Yes.
Now, spare part partners should be diverse. Diverse mean that some are specialized in German cars, some are specialized in European cars, some are specialized in Japanese car, American cars, right? So we should have a broad mix of suppliers.
Yes, sir.
Right? So now,
Yes, sir.
if you do this project to add 10 more suppliers in your inventory, so it means that you will not have that inventory, but you will have a contract with those suppliers which will have their warehouses in your disposal.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
anytime you have a requirement, you will quickly use their inventory like your own inventory, and quickly you can procure those spare parts.
Yes, sir.
But
Got it.
who will do this? Need a project to contact, make memorandum of understandings, make new contracts, meet with those guys, onboard them, and that is one partnership and relationship management team that is which need to do a project. Got it?
That's that's what I am asking. Yes, sir. Noted, sir.
Okay, cool. Bill, understood?
Yes, sir.
Whatever we discussed is for two things: either to make customer happy or to make the investor happy. Investor will be happy with the money. Customer will be happy with the service.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's say you have more customers, more benefits for your organizational bottom line. But let's say in other terms, remember we are also in a very competitive market, so we also have to be competitive, which means that our service level should be top notch. We should be beating our competitors in service delivery. We should also sometimes we have projects done not to add value. I mean, ultimately there will be everything will be a will add value. Let's say we want to be number one in launching 6G in UAE. 6G, not 5G, 6G, right? We want to be number one. We want to say Etisalat has launched 6G, first telecom operator uh, providing 6G service in the world. First to market, right? So some projects are done, especially in Dubai. This is something that is done, that we are first to construct the tallest building in the world, the tallest hotel, the tallest something that is done for the first time in the world, right?
Right, sir.
Yeah.
So some projects are done because we want people to remember who was the first person who went on moon? Neil Armstrong. Who
Neil
was the
Armstrong.
second? Nobody knows.
Yes.
People know the first one.
Yes. I remember one movie. I think you have also watched that. This is the dialogue of that, right? Three Idiots.
So that's why people do projects to become first one, number one. Some of the projects are done for the enhancements, like for example, COVID came and then companies started to beat each other to bring the vaccine that will work for many, many people. So there's some research, enhancements in the drug that could actually, there would have been many tests done, this and that, to bring the vaccine to the market. So if the vaccine will come to the market early, then more lives can be saved, right? So remember that project was for social cause. There is a social benefit. You are doing some projects. Let's say we are doing some projects, for example, to clean the ozone layer, environmental enhancements like environmental, reduce the carbon emission, go green. All these initiatives are for what? To improve the environment where we live in.
Yes.
Yeah. And there is a social benefit. So if you have done, for example, some charity, some beach cleanup exercise, many people have gathered, they did a campaign and then they gathered one day to clean the beach. What is this? This is a project that you did. But what was the benefit? Was the social benefit. What is the value? Social value. Like you delivered some social value. And some projects are done for regulatory purpose, like, oh, we need to do it. We need to bring in a system as a bank. We need to bring in a system that monitors each and every transaction to check, is it a fraudulent transaction? Is it is it anti-money laundering? So as a bank, regulator is imposing us to make sure that we have those systems. So regulation. We need to buy, purchase, bring, implement, integrate those systems which provide this service. Because of that, we need to do projects. We need to charter a project so that we can either purchase a system, build a system. Ultimately, we need to fulfill this obligation. That's why we are doing projects. Okay, so now you were told that there are many, many reasons why projects happen, right? So we need to capture that reason somewhere. Make sense? That is called business case. What is the business case for a regulatory project? Because of such and such regulation, we need to comply, and we need to make sure that within next 5 months given by regulator, we need to have basic system which ensures that either uh, anti-money laundering is detected or fraud to our customers is stopped, or maybe we are monitoring transactions for fraud. Like I'm giving you examples, right? So business case is where you justify the project. This much investment is required. Where is the justification? They will say, where is the cost benefit analysis? You ask $1 million from me. Give me justification. What benefit I will get? Sir, this will satisfy regulatory requirement, which if we will not do it, regulator will impose 2 million fine. And every year, take money, go, make sure you implement this system yesterday. Got it?
Got it, sir.
Abel,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
so getting the purpose of business case.
Yes, I'm getting.
Yeah. So what is the first document that should be made available or prepared is a business case. Even before chartering a project, the business case should be made ready. It requires some cost benefit analysis. Remember, business case always has cost benefit analysis. And who prepares it? Someone who is business analyst, who knows the ins and outs of the business. He is a subject matter expert in this kind of industry. Remember, project manager is not there at the time when the business case is developed, because once the business case is approved, the money to hire a project manager and start paying a project manager will be approved. So project manager will be hired or onboarded or assigned once the project exists. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Makes sense, right? Why we will start getting spending money when there is no project approval. So we need a business case to get the project approval, and then based on the money for the project that we will get, we will hire a project manager. So apart from the cost benefit analysis, what does business case has? Goals, objectives, any issues, opportunities, everything will go inside the business case. It's a document, proper document, like maybe 1-2 pager. And who will write it? Business analyst will write it. And this, remember, this document will be a base document which will help you when you will come as a project manager to prepare your project charter. So the business case is a prerequisite to prepare your project charter. So if I ask, this is business case and this is project charter. So what is available here? Cost benefit analysis, justification, which is actually justification, goals, objectives, any constraints, risks, and that's it. Yeah. So everything that we are doing is going to be reused when we prepare our project charter. So project charter will ultimately have some timelines, milestones, schedule, scope, resources, the sponsor name, P project manager name, issues, milestone schedule. So that we are coming next, okay? But you got the idea, guys, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the idea.
Right. See? हाँ जी कुछ चाहिए
So as I mentioned, business case helps the business to determine whether the project is worth the investment required in terms of time, money, and resources. So that's called justification, that why we are doing it. And remember, guys, always make your why stronger. Why you are doing PMP? Is it worth the time required, money required? Is it?
yes
Yes, sir.
So there is a business case for PMP, huh?
yes sir
Okay. Now, just like the business case for the PMP, second document that you should start thinking now for your PMP also is the benefit management plan. So, so start daydreaming that the day I will have PMP, the benefits that I'm going to get over the period of 5 years through this PMP. Hmm? The year one, the year two, the year three. What will be those benefits? So that's called benefit management plan, because you remember the project that you do will not give you money on the day one of the launch. The product that you just made, you need to sell it. You need to sell it to the prospective customers. So similarly, the skills that you acquired, you need to use those skills. You need to sell your skills to your prospective employer with the new skill set that you already obtained through PMP, right? Make sense?
Right, sir. Makes sense.
So that is called second document. Still, we didn't develop the project charter, but PMI is advising you, giving you the best practice that, guys, first ask for the business case. If it doesn't exist, tell them, let's put up some basic business case with the justification of the project. Secondly, what is the benefit management plan? We are constructing a bridge. We are um, starting a bullet train. How many people will travel through this train over the period of 1 year, over the period of 2 year, over the period of 3 year, over the period of 4 year, over the period of 5 years after the launch? Once the service started, how many people will use the metro on the year one, in the year two, in the year three, in the year four? So that is there in the benefit management plan. Year one, we foresee 100,000 people traveling through bullet train between Dubai to Abu Dhabi. Year two, we foresee another 100,000, like total 200,000 people traveling. Year three, we foresee this many people traveling because the bullet train will take 20 minutes to reach Abu Dhabi from Dubai, which is actually 3 times less than a bus, right?
right
Yeah.
Make sense, Valeri?
Sir,
Yeah. So now you got to know about two documents, business case and benefits management plan. Cool.
benefit. Benefit management
Okay.
was not with the framework with the sixth edition.
Any question, Valeri? Sorry, come again.
I was saying that benefit management was not with the sixth edition, framework sixth edition.
No, it was there.
But
It was always there, but Remember, the thing is, neither me, neither nor you, we remember 4 years ago what did we eat, right? So the
Yeah,
curriculum is so huge, maybe you forgot.
that's true.
Yeah, because it's so basic, it's so basic. But you are right. Maybe it was not emphasized enough, right? Okay, fine. Now I told you business case has some cost benefit analysis, and there is a little bit of, I wouldn't say mathematical, but yes, mathematical rationale for cost benefit analysis. So cost benefit. So let's put some formulas. Okay. So cost benefit analysis can be done through various formulas. So let's say you're investing some money. So let's say you are investing 500,000 dirham in opening a shop or constructing a bridge or starting a bullet train, whatever. Now the investor might be asking you, hmm, how many, within how many years I will return my money? Within how many years I will be able to get back my money, my initial investment, right? So you constructed a home and you rented it and you calculated at 100,000 per year, you will be able to get
5
back my
years.
1 million in 10 years. Oh, 10 years, right? Or 500,000. Yeah, 500,000 in 5 years. So that's the payback period. Payback period. How many years, months I need to recover back my initial investment? What is payback period?
It's about initial investment, how you will get back,
Yeah, after how much time you will
how
get
much
back.
time you'll get back. Yes.
And if you have two projects, same investment, one giving you your initial investment in 2 years, the other giving you your initial investment in 5 years, which one is better?
2 years.
Smaller or bigger?
Smaller.
Smaller is better. So payback period, smaller is better. Remember, for your PMP exam, you may have a question and you don't need to do mathematics. You may have a question and you don't need to do mathematics. It might be payback period 5 years. Same investment initial. Which one should be approved? Simple, right?
Smaller, yes.
Okay. Now opportunity cost. Second formula. Opportunity cost. So let's say same project A, project B. What is the opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is the prospective benefit that you would have got by doing the project B. Now you are losing that. So that is that at the cost of that benefit, you are choosing project A. So that is an opportunity cost, right? So the opportunity lost should be smaller or larger?
Opportunity loss should be smaller.
Should be smaller. So opportunity cost should always be smaller. So you are going to opportunity cost. Think about it. Hmm. Think about it. Something very related, relevant to our life. Okay. Uh, Mobile phone, iPhone, Android. So you choose Android, but you lost what you lost? The at the opportunity cost of
iPhone.
iPhone. So whatever benefits you would have got if you opted for iPhone, you are not going to get. You choose Android over iPhone. So that's your opportunity cost. Okay, three more things. Actually, five more things. But you need to use the rule of thumb. If it is payback period, smaller is better. If it is opportunity cost, smaller is better. Now, let's talk about present value. Present value, money loses its value over the period of time. Agree?
Agree, sir.
Yes, agree.
What is happening? Can somebody hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Yes. I don't know what happened. Laptop died and crazy sounds has stopped.
But if laptop died, then it will just end the meeting because he started the meeting.
Yes, it's automatically stuck. Means that the laptop battery dies. Okay, guys. We'll meet you on Sunday. Have a nice weekend.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Same here. You're welcome.